Good afternoon, everyone. This is Delana from Delana's Yoga Suite, and we are live here in the Yoga Suite with today's practice. I know it's been a while since we've connected, and I'm glad that you are connecting if you are connecting right at this very moment. If you are not connecting live with me, feel free to replay and rejoin this at any time at your leisure. My name is Delana from Delana's Yoga Suite, and usually you're familiar with a lot of the videos and posts that are put up about yoga poses and yoga practices. But today I decided to change the narrative a bit. And today we're going to go over a pranayama practice, breath work. In yoga, we're constantly shown poses, how to get into poses, how to transfer into poses, how to move into poses. But very rarely do we really talk about the other component of our yoga practice, and that's the breath work. The breath work is just as important, if not more important, than the body movement of the body. Without your breath work in the yoga poses, you're not really doing yoga, you're just doing poses. So your full yogic practice is with breath and body movement. So it's really important that we engage the breath. And a lot of times throughout our everyday lives, we don't really focus on the breath. We tend to shut it off unconsciously. And we really don't consciously reactivate the breath. So today's practice, instead of moving the body, we're going to move the breath and circulate it throughout the body. And today's pranayama practice is three-part breath. So in this particular practice, feel free to join me. In three-part breath, we'll be moving throughout the torso. This is a really great breath to work, especially if you have any anxiety, if you have any stress. This is a really good breath to activate. It also gives you that moment to kind of step back and regain your composure. So if you're having a moment, you can definitely step back and kind of get yourself together, collect your thoughts, and the breath allows you to do that. So not only does it increase that circulation, but it allows you to gain that right here, right now meditative moment. So this is an open level practice. Anyone can practice this three-part breath, and I encourage everyone to use it, whether you actively practice yoga or you've never practiced yoga before. This is a really great way to really decrease your stress no matter where you are within your life. So first and foremost, we want to sit in a comfortable seated position wherever that is. So definitely, if you want to sit, feel free to sit with the legs crossed. You can straighten the legs out in front of you. You can even sit on top of a bolster. But three-part breath, the great thing about three-part breath is that you don't have to sit and practice your three-part breath. You can stand and practice three-part breath. You can lay down on the floor. You can lay down in your bed and practice your three-part breath. So there are no requirements for practicing your three-part breath. There's no position. You just get right into it. So first and foremost, we're going to lengthen the spine here, no matter where. Because I'm not laying on the floor isn't lengthening the spine for me. So I'm going to sit down here and engage my sit bones here. I'm going to relax my shoulders. A really great way to kind of really feel the breath maneuver in and out of the body and really engage the breath. You can use your hands here. You can place one hand, and it doesn't matter which one. You can press one hand on your belly button and one hand on your heart. This is a really great way to feel that wave of breath as it moves in and out of the body, and just really feel that movement and focus on the breath and focus on the movement. So we're going to first and foremost start off by breathing only into the stomach. So breathing into the stomach, feel that stomach blow up and expand from the left hip to the right hip. Blow your stomach up and roll the belly button away from the body, as if you're blowing up a balloon. So when you blow a balloon, you feel that balloon expand into the hand and only into the stomach. And then slowly exhale. Breathe out of the nostrils. Breathe out of the stomach. Feel that hand roll back into the body. Feel the belly button roll back into the body. We're going to do that just a couple more times with the stomach. Breathe in. And breathe out of the stomach. One more time, breathing in. And just really blow that stomach up, expand that belly button away from the body. And then breathe out. And next we're going to breathe into the left and right rib cage. So really breathe in through your left rib cage. You should feel your rib cage expand away from the body. You should really feel those ribs as they kind of create space and roll away from the body. You're going to feel them roll away naturally, just breathing into the sides of the body only. So just isolate that breath into the left and right sides of the torso and breathe in. And breathe out. Just visualize that breath leaving the left and right rib cage. 2 more times as well here. Breathing into the left and right rib cage. And breathe out. 1 more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. And this time we're going to lift the heart here. We're going to breathe into the chest. Breathing into the heart. Feel that other palm of the chest lift away from the body. And breathe out. Breathing into the heart. And breathe out. 1 more time, breathing in. And breathe out. So now we're going to put them all together. And before we put them all together, remember, you can leave the eyes open. It's a great option for you. You can softly create a gaze with the eyelids, with opening them half open, half closed. You can also just fully roll the eyelids closed and really feel that breath and really focus on that breath coming in and out of the body. The great thing about this 3-part breath, you can slow this breath down, which is actually the goal. We want to slow the breath coming into the body, and we want to slow the breath leaving the body. So we don't want to rush it. That's one of the reasons why we take our time to engage bit by bit our torso from the stomach, the rib cage, and the chest. That's one of the reasons why we slowly engage those. We want to slowly bring the breath. We're consciously bringing the breath into the body here. So really take your time here. Really engage the torso and really focus and imagine where that breath is traveling into the body. And take your time. Fill each bit of your torso to its maximum capacity. Meaning, if you're breathing into the stomach, really breathe into the stomach until you can breathe no more. When you reach the rib cage, breathe into the rib cage until you can breathe no more. When you reach the chest, breathe into the chest until you can breathe no more. So we're going to put them all together here. And we're going to breathe into the stomach. And then breathe into your rib cage. Then breathe into the chest. And continue to intake that breath until you are completely filled with air. And once you've reached that maximum capacity of breath, now slowly release the breath. Going back to the stomach, release the air. Pull the belly button back into the body. Release the air from the rib cage, both the left and the right. Feel both sides of your rib cage cave into the body and close the space once created. Then breathe out of the chest. Feel that heart lower. Feel that heart cave back into the torso. And just continue to repeat this flow of breath, breathing in from the stomach, the rib cage, the chest. And you'll also notice if you're choosing to use the palms at the belly button and chest, you'll notice the hands kind of lower and lift and just kind of flow up and down as if it was a wave of breath, an ocean of breath. So that both of your hands will naturally fall and rise. You'll feel that as the stomach rises, as the rib cage expands, as the heart lifts, and then as you exhale, the palms will roll back into the body. You don't have to leave the palms here. You can always just relax the arms into the lap or just beside the body and just allow the torso to naturally go into its rotation of inhalation and exhalation. So continue on your own with this breath. And again, this is a really great practice to just pop into. It's also a really great breath work to get into, again, if you're feeling any type of anxiety or stress. Come in. This is a really great pranayama practice, a really great breath work that you can really get into. You don't have to wait until you are stressed to get into your 3-part breath. If you just want to take a moment and just consciously breathe into the body and breathe out of the body. This is a really great breath to really consciously notice the breath coming into the body. You'll also feel that expansion of breath within the body, and the body will start to feel renewed and re-energized and calmed a lot more. You'll also notice, especially if you're not used to taking in a lot of breath or consciously taking in a lot of breath, you'll notice how the lungs expand. You'll kind of feel the lungs expand within the body as you take in more and more breath. Your goal within your 3-part breath is to elongate this process, create a longer experience of breath within the body, and then take your time to release it, which is one of the reasons why we are only breathing in and out of the nostrils here. Breathing in and out of the nostrils will allow you to better control the breath as it enters into the body and as it leaves the body. So this is a really great, again, pranayama breathwork practice. I'm so glad you joined me for this practice, and I look forward to seeing you soon on the mat. If you have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also send me messages and DM messages on Instagram and Facebook under Delana's Yoga Suite. You can also reach me on the website, delanasyogassuite.com. If you have any questions, comments, anything of that nature, feel free to check out the great services and classes that are offered here in the studio, whether you enter the studio or whether you connect online, especially with Thai massage services. So again, if you have any type of questions, again, my name is Delana Oliver. It has been a pleasure. It has been a joy. And I look forward to seeing you soon in your sweet life. May you find peace within and without. Namaste.